Welcome back. So we are working on learning place value using an activity. So far we've set up our work mat, we've explained the rules of the work mat, and hopefully our students are now familiar with how to use these rules and use the work mat. Now we're going to incorporate the written math part of this activity. Now on the side you'll notice I have another whiteboard. If I were in the classroom, I would probably do a piece of paper or something a little bit more permanent that you could look at afterwards that the students could reference later. Whiteboards work some of the time, but you might want to show this to their parents so they have something to take home. But you've noticed I've made the same chart as the workboard. I've just put it on another area. That way we can keep our work mat clear and we don't have to worry about trying to write and put our numbers all in the same place. Basically, our students are going to record exactly what we do on the work mat on their piece of paper. So it is very important that we go through this slowly and that we don't miss any pieces. Frequently, when I haven't done this in a while, I find myself skipping ideas or skipping questions or skipping instructions. So make sure you get all these instructions carefully. First, I would have my students start their board with a number of beans. Today we're going to start with 6 beans. And I like to group my beans in 5 because it's just a quick visual counter so I don't have to recount everything. Some of your students might not yet be able to count by grouping. Hopefully they will, that's an important skill. But it does make things a little bit quicker if you can just skip count to see how many beans you have. So we have 6 beans. So my students are going to record everything that we have on the work mat, on their workboard, on their board or on their piece of paper. So I'm going to ask them to record the number of beans in the bean column in their bean column. And the students should be able to say, oh, I have 6 beans in my bean column. Very good. So now I'm going to ask the students to add a number more of beans. I don't know how many beans I have in my hand. I'm just going to group them into 5. Oh, guess what? We're adding another 6. So students, how many beans are we adding? We're adding 6 beans. So then they need to write the 6 beans down. Now, the next question is, how many beans do I have in my column? This is very important because remember the rule is you can only have 9 beans in the column. We need the students to recognize whether or not they have too many beans in their column. So how many beans do I have in my column? Well, 6 plus 6 I know is 12, or I can skip out 5, 10, 11, 12. So the second question, we have how many beans there are. The second question, to help them realize whether or not there are enough beans, is 12 beans too many beans to be in the bean column? The answer should be yes, because remember the rule is only 9 beans in the bean column. So we have 12 beans in the bean column. Is that okay? That's not okay. So you can put a frowny face. You don't even have to have them write this part in particular, but they need to recognize that this isn't okay. That's not okay to have 12 beans in the bean column. So how do we fix this problem? That's how I phrase it. Or how do we get rid of beans? Because they can't just magically disappear. They have to move somewhere. That might be a little hint you give them. Well, remember the rule that we said if we can create a bathroom cup out of 10 beans. Well, I say I have 2 groups of 5, and I know 2 groups of 5 is 10, so I can create a bathroom cup out of 10 beans. Where does the bathroom cup go? The bathroom cup column. Okay, now if all of the students did this, they'll notice their board has changed. So how many beans do they have now in their bean column? They have 2 beans in their bean column. And how many bathroom cups do they have in their bathroom cup column? They have 1 bathroom cup in their bathroom cup column. So when we add 6 beans with 6 beans, we end up getting 1 bathroom cup and 2 beans. Fancy that. So I would continue doing this activity with other examples. So let's clear our board and do some other examples. Since I'm using a whiteboard, I'm going to also clear that. You could have the students just draw a line, a horizontal line, to separate the different groups they're doing if you have it on paper. So I'm going to start with this many beans. Oh, that looks like a lot of beans. We may have an issue with that. I try and start with 9 beans or fewer so that we're not breaking the rules from the very beginning, because in math you wouldn't see 11 in this column. You'd only see single digits. So let's see how many we have. If we have too many, we'll just break it down to 9. There's a group of 5, there's a group of 5. So I know I have too many already. So I'm just going to leave that at 9 beans. So students, how many beans do we have in our bean column? And they should know this right away because I'll tell them, please put 9 beans in your bean column. So they should know there are 9 beans in my bean column. And then I'm going to say, students, I want you to add this many beans. So it's going to be 7 beans. I want you to add 7 beans. So after they've added the 7 beans to their column, the next responsibility is to record it on their piece of paper. So you add 7 beans. Now, I want the students to count the beans in their bean column. How many beans do they have? 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. I obviously added more than 5. I added, oh, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 16 beans. I grouped mine wrong. I'm sorry about that. We have 16 beans in the bean column. So our first question was, how many beans do we have in the bean column now? We have 16. Second question, is that okay? Are we allowed to have 16 beans in the bean column? No. Third question, why not? Well, you're only allowed to have 9 beans in the bean column. Then the final question is, how are we going to fix it? Well, we've reiterated over and over and over again that if we take 10 beans, we can create a bathroom cup. So now that I have 10 beans in my bathroom cup, where does the bathroom cup belong? In the bathroom cup column. So now, does the board look like it did just a moment ago? No. So we need to record what we've done. Now, always start with the bean column when you're recording. How many beans are in the bean column? We have 6 beans in the bean column. And how many cups do we have in the cup column? We always start with the bean column because, of course, in math, we always start with the ones. All right, let's do one more example, three times, just to make sure we have it down really, really well. And you notice I just keep pulling from my pile of beans and keeping these cups because in a moment I'm going to be using these cups. So that's a tip that you can use to help things move along a little bit quicker. I don't think this is even a full bag of beans in that quart thing, and there are hundreds in there. So if each child had a full bag of beans, they'd be more than satisfied with their beans. All right, because we're doing a new problem, I'm going to clear my board. So I have my worksheets clear, my workboard is clear, and my worksheet is clear. I'm going to start with just 3 little beans today. And then I'm going to, okay, so we have 3 beans. Students, everyone put 3 beans in your bean column. Now we need to record that on our worksheet. We have 3 beans in our bean column. Now, I'm going to have them add 4 beans to their bean column. So everybody add 4 beans to your bean column. And because I'm going to group in 5 because remember it's easier for me to count in 5. And I need to record, well first let's write this down. We added 4. Now to count, then I'm going to add them, make the group of 5. How many beans do we have in our bean column? First question. How many beans do we have in our bean column? We have 7 beans. Second question, is 7 beans okay to have in our bean column? Yes. Third question, why? Because we're allowed to have up to 9 beans in our bean column. Do I need to do anything about it? No, because we're allowed to have 7 beans in our bean column. So we can even write down the 7 and we've just finished the problem. Except I'm going to add some more. I would like my students to add 4 more beans. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now they have to record 4 more beans. So they should have it on their workboard and on their worksheet. Now, how many beans, first question, remember, how many beans do I have in my bean column? Well, let's make a group of 5. I have 5, 10, I have 11 beans in my bean column. Is that okay? No. Third question, why not? We're only allowed to have 9 beans in our bean column. So what am I going to do about it? Well, I remember that I can make a bathroom cup by taking 10 beans and putting it into one of these. So now I've created a bathroom cup. Whoa, now our board looks different. We need to record that. How many beans? Because we always start with the bean column. How many beans do we now have in the bean column? We have 1. And how many bathroom cups do we have? We have 1. Get it? Okay. Now, we've done a lot with beans. Let's move on to bathroom cups. Remember how I said I was storing up all these bathroom cups for just a moment? Well, that moment has come. So I'm going to ask the students to put 4 bathroom cups in their bathroom cup column. There we go. Notice, I didn't ask the students to put any beans in their bean column, but when we record, because we always start with a bean column, we're going to start with the bean column. So first question, how many beans do I have in my bean column? 0. How many bathroom cups do I have in my bathroom cup column? 4. Now, hopefully after doing this exercise, as long as we have, students will start to recognize, oh, that's the number 40. And if they haven't put 2 and 2 together, that this number corresponds with the number of beans there are on the board total, I mean, we have 10 beans in each cup, 10, 20, 30, 40, then I would introduce that idea. The hope is that students will kind of pick this up, but at some point you do need to verbalize it because I'm sure not all students will pick this up immediately. So I have 4 bathroom cups and 0 beans on the board. Now, I'm going to ask the students to, just to make things simple, we're going to add 3 bathroom cups. So of course we need to record. Did we add any beans? No, we didn't add any beans, but we did add 3 bathroom cups. Now, we need to figure out how many we have on the board. We always start with the bean column. How many beans do we have on the board now? 0. Is that okay? Yes, because we can have up to 9 beans in the bean column. How many bathroom cups do we have? We have 7. Is that okay? Yes. Why? Because we can have up to 9 bathroom cups in the bathroom cup column. Do I need to do anything about it? No. So I can just write down the number 7. But I'm going to have the students add 3 more bathroom cups. So now we need to record. How many beans did we add? 0. How many bathroom cups did we add? We added, I'm just going to rewrite the 7 a little smaller. We added 3. Okay, so how many do we have now? How many beans do we have? We have 0. How many bathroom cups do we have? Well, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Is that okay? Can we have 10 bathroom cups in the bathroom cup column? No. Why not? We're only allowed to have 9 bathroom cups in the bathroom cup column. So what are we going to do about it? Well, we know that we can create a solo cup by putting 10 bathroom cups in, by collecting 10 bathroom cups and putting them in it. Sweet. We fixed the problem, but our board looks very much different. How many beans do we have? We still have 0. How many bathroom cups do we have? Well, now we actually have 0. How many solo cups do we have? We have 1. Okay? Now you can do this with all sorts of things, but you see why we have to start with a bean column, because if we didn't have these zeros here, this number would be meaningless. So let's do another one. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated. So I need to clear my workspace, I need to clear this board. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to have the students start with, well, I'm going to have the students actually start with some beans on their board this time. We're going to have the students start with 4 beans and 2 cups. So we need to record. We start with a bean column. We have 4 beans and we have 2 cups. Now, I want them to add this many beans, which happens to be, I want them to add 5 beans and 6, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cups. So that's what we added over there. So we need to record. Start with the beans. How many beans did we add? 5 beans. How many cups? 7 cups. Okay. Now, how many beans do we have? We have 9 beans. Is this okay? Yes. Why? Because we can have 9 beans in a column. Do I need to do anything about it? No. So I just write down the 9. Bathroom cups. How many bathroom cups do I have? 9 bathroom cups. Is this okay? Yes. Why? Because we can have up to 9 bathroom cups in the bathroom cup column. Do I need to do anything about it? No, I can just write it down. Simple enough, but now you see we're adding 2 elements, not just the bathroom cup, we're also adding the beans. Make sure the students always start with that bean column. Now we could make this even a little bit trickier if we wanted to. So let's start a new problem, and we'll make it just a little bit trickier. So I have to clear my workspace, clear my worksheet. Okay, this time we're going to start with 6 beans and 8 cups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cups. So we have 6 beans and 8 cups. And now we're going to add 5 beans and 1 cup. Okay? So we're adding 5 beans and 1 cup. Now, we start with the bean column. How many beans do we have in the bean column now? We have 11 beans. Is that okay? No. Why not? We can only have 9 beans in the bean column. So how do I make fewer beans? Or what do I do about it? Well, remember, if I collect 10 beans, I can make a bathroom cup. Where does the bathroom cup go? In the bathroom cup column. How many beans do I have now? I have 1. But remember, I added another one to the bathroom cup column. So I'm going to add that one right there. Now, how many bathroom cups do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 plus the one that we added just now is 10. Can I have 10 bathroom cups in the bathroom cup column? No. What do I have to do? Well, if I take 10 of the cups, I can make a solo cup out of it. Now how many bathroom cups do I have? I have 0. But look, I have a solo cup. So do you see how we introduced the idea of carrying right here? We moved it over. Before we weren't introducing that. I wanted the students just to be familiar with what the board looked like and how we added. But now we can introduce that carrying concept. And it's up to you when you introduce that with your students. It depends on their age, their ability level. But now you can say, look, we did 8 bathroom cups and 6 beans plus 1 bathroom cup and 5 beans gives us 1 solo cup and 1 bean. Or 86 plus 15 is 101. They're doing the math. And this can be used as a resource. Whenever they have trouble with carrying, you can bring them back to this board and allow them to do it with manipulatives. It takes a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure the students will understand the why behind it a little bit better than just saying we carry the 10 over instead of we transformed the beans into a cup. And I think that's a little bit more memorable. So this is place value for addition, or this is using place value in addition to an activity to teach both place value and addition.